Hello and welcome to the Astraddle podcast. I'm Danny. Unfortunately, today Lee hasn't been able to join me. He's working on a project at the minute, a separate project to the podcast, and he's also volunteering and helping with the NHS during this global pandemic. So today I'm joined with Callum Glanville. How are you?
Hello. I'm good, thank you, mate. Thank you. Great start. Thank you for having me on the podcast. There we go. First time for me, so great start to it. But yeah, man, I'm all good. How are you?
I'm good. Yeah, if you've seen our socials before, on my private and on Callum's as well, you might have seen that we've done this before. Last August, unfortunately, we had a few difficulties, so we wasn't able to publish it. But yeah, we're back today. We're recording during this lockdown, and yeah, we've got a few things to talk about. But before we get into that, Callum, how would you describe yourself? How would you introduce yourself to the listeners?
Describe myself. Well, I'm best known for being kind of alongside hashtag United, getting involved with hashtag. I run the fan kind of side of every game. We kind of go to every game, home and away, with a few of us lads, and yeah, we just have a laugh with each other and show what it's like to be a fan for hashtag United. I'm also doing stuff on my main channel, so you may know me if you go to YouTube events as the baby mask guy. I'm the man behind the mask, so yeah, you may know me for a few reasons, but if you don't, then yeah, just get to know me through this podcast. Keep watching, because that watch time is important. So yeah, man, yeah, everything's all good and all of that. So
Yeah, well, we're quite unique as a podcast. We have quite a wide range of listeners, from people my age, a few people younger, and then those who are around these age kind of thing. So a bit older adults, I'll call them. And how would you describe hashtag United in the best way?
yeah, so obviously hashtag United were formed on YouTube by Spencer FC, who has 1.9 million subscribers, and the video started off on his channel and are now kind of transferred over to hashtag United. But they are just a kind of YouTube team that were created by Spencer with a group of his friends, and it was the first kind of YouTube football team, I may say. So then they started playing games against like kind of pub teams, as people would say.
Exhibitions.
And then they moved, exhibition, exactly. And they moved to non-league 2 seasons ago, so not this season, not the season before, but 2 seasons pretty much.
Yeah.
And that's when they become semi-pro, getting in managers, etc. And that's when I started going to games home and away. So they're pretty much now a semi-professional side. Spencer is now the chairman, and they're a very well-established club that obviously film their games on YouTube. And if I must say, they are the biggest YouTube football team in the world, if I'm correct. So
by numbers, I think they are.
Yeah, by numbers, exactly. They've got 480,000 subscribers.
Average about 150k views a video, don't they? For the highlights.
Yeah, unreal. Yeah, exactly. It's crazy, mate.
So you've spoke briefly about the super fans. How did that all come about?
Yeah, so you know what? I'm going to mention Spencer again because he kind of did. So I've always done YouTube. I've done YouTube for 7 years, but we'll move on to that a bit later. But obviously Alfie, who's another super fan, Matt, who's another super fan, we were all filming on our main channels, kind of just doing what we're doing now, but separately. And Spencer recognised all of us really, and just messaged us on Twitter in a reply and being like, "You should start a fan channel, just something like Arsenal Fan TV." So at first we're like, hang on, we don't know any of these people, but we just made a group chat on Twitter, met up at the game, went from there really. We just clicked straight away, and it was great. And then hashtag started to kind of shout us out, and it was very crazy because for us as kind of youngsters and teens, getting 100, 200 views maximum on a video and being happy with it, we went from that to then racking up 10, 20,000 views. This is on our channel as well.
Yeah.
We're now on 7,000 subscribers. So it all happened so fast. It's come back down a little bit now, but for us as teenagers, it felt like our dream was finally kind of coming true, especially when we loved hashtag so much, doing the thing we loved. So, it's crazy, but yeah, we're just a group of mates now, just doing our own thing and kind of living our lives alongside hashtag. So,
Yeah, I mean, you spoke about Spencer shouting you out and kind of giving you the idea of starting. Before the channel actually started, did you know like Matt, Ellis,
no,
Alfie,
so
and
I knew
beforehand?
I knew none of them. So I went to a game on my own once, and I recognised Matt because he's kind of like not well known on Twitter, but football Twitter got onto him and was like, lol, you're funny, let's take the mick out of you, because yeah.
Yeah.
And then I recognised him from there, so I was like, oh look, that's Matt Napier. I was like, okay, so I didn't say nothing, and they did their own thing, and then I went to another game, and then that's when Alfie kind of noticed who I was, not like because of like online stuff, we just noticed, oh look, he's back for another game. Didn't really notice me, and then after that was then when we met up and just kind of did our own thing. But no, I knew no one. I literally turned up to a game. I got back from Italy the next day.
Yeah.
I went to a game in the pouring rain.
Yeah.
Just literally pouring down rain, just standing there on my own without a coat as well. I was literally wearing a jumper.
Wow.
Watched the game, and yeah, it was great. I mean, that's how it all started for me and hashtag, and obviously Snow. I didn't know any of the boys, and now they're literally like best mates. So a lot has changed in the last 2 years.
Yeah, I mean, you spoke about how you was recognised by Spencer, the chairman, and stuff. Would you say hashtag United is a unique kind of football club when it comes to their fan base, with it being scattered worldwide, and having hundreds of thousands of people aware of them instead of maybe but maybe tens of thousands, maybe like 30,000-40,000 within like a 10-mile radius of like the football club?
Of course, so obviously like people obviously slate hashtag a lot because they're like a YouTube team, and people don't like YouTube football teams because they're not like original.
Yeah.
So then we go into non-league, and they're like, right, okay, let's take the mick out of them. I mean, I've had hate myself.
Yeah.
Like, I've had so much hate, and I'm 15. Bearing in mind I'm 15, so the amount of stuff that Spencer gets called and all of that, it's mainly football Twitter. So they didn't react to it well. Football Twitter, they really didn't when we went into non-league. And when I mentioned Matt Napier being kind of targeted on Twitter, is because he's deaf, and football Twitter got onto that. It was like, funny, you're deaf. After the videos that he's done, and that just blew up. He was getting like, I think, 100,000 views on one of them.
Yeah.
Football Twitter just absolutely slating him. So we're definitely a unique club. We're definitely a different club, I would say. But that's what makes it so great. That's what has got me so hooked, because it kind of brings football and YouTube together, which are both my like passion of mine. So it's just incredible, really, mate. So I think, yeah, I understand why people would hate, because it's all different, but I don't understand why they would say things like, just keep your opinions to yourself.
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
We're not doing anything to harm you or to hurt you.
Yeah.
You're just getting your entertainment out of kind of like taking the mick out of a deaf guy. Like, it's horrible.
Yeah, I mean, it's very... I mean, the internet's a cruel place. I'm sure we've all had our experiences. I mean, I used to do YouTube, got ridiculed. I wouldn't say maybe to the extreme as you and the boys have had, due to being on a bigger scale. But I mean, if you're known as doing YouTube, or known of doing YouTube, you are seen as maybe would you say vulnerable? Yeah, exactly, vulnerable to getting a bit of stick, because half of the time you don't know who the people are. The people don't know you.
No, of course. It's crazy because I say these things about the super fans. So with my main channel right now, it's going well. Like, it's doing very, very well. But what people don't see is that when I kind of started YouTube, I started in year 5. No one really watched it. But then when people started to watch it in like year 6, year 7, I was getting death threats at the age of 11.
Yeah. Like,
people fully just going, kill yourself. You're not going to make it. And for an 11-year-old, it was a bit like, is this what YouTube's really like?
Exactly, yeah.
I've always loved it, All of those videos are now on private or deleted or whatever it is. But, dealing with that. And this was like, I was getting like 100 views, but then I was getting 25 dislikes, 2 likes.
Yeah.
That's now flipped around. I'm now getting like 50, 60 likes, 1 or 2 dislikes. So to come back from that, I don't want to blow my own trumpet, but yeah, I'm quite proud of that, because people would have just given up. So with YouTube, you've got to be very
you've got to be very resilient.
You've got to expect, hey, like, that's just how it is. And if you can't deal with people saying, oh, do this, do that,
you're in the wrong industry.
It's not
exactly, yeah.
Yeah,
and that's
100%.
not to say it's acceptable, because it's definitely not. But it's one of them things when you are in a public eye and people start to become aware of you. Social media is easy to ridicule people, because you can make a fake account, slide in someone's DMs if they're open, or literally just tweet them, or stuff like that. And it's like, it's a horrible place, because they don't know who you are, but they know who you are. They don't even.
But we don't know who they are.
They can literally be anyone.
It's crazy. It's crazy because, like, obviously, like, I'm with someone right now, in a relationship, and I've had messages saying, oh, your girlfriend's cheating on you, like, oh my god, like, all of this kind of stuff. And obviously she's a bit like, well, what the hell, like, it's hard for her to deal with because she doesn't understand it. Like, obviously she's great, like, she deals with it very, very well, but then when someone's like constantly messaging us going, you're cheating on this person, it's just a bit irritating, do you know what I mean? And it's like, someone, I'm not going to mention who, but someone was messaging my girlfriend a few days ago being like, look, I want to kill myself. Wow. Like, and then she's trying her best to help someone, help this person. And this person's a fan of me, by the way, like, a fan of my channel. I hate that word, but this person does watch my channel.
They're a supporter, yeah.
And then when she kind of didn't know what to say, this person then makes a new account saying, oh my god, my so-called brother, trying to act like the person's brother, is really sad, can you message him, and things like that. And it's just like the levels that people go to get the attention of people. And I'm not saying that him trying to say that he's killing himself is for attention, like, no. And I'm open to talk to people, whatever, but people need to realise that I'm not a counsellor, and I can't help you as much as the counsellor can. And that's why I say, like, in one of my recent videos, I put, like, the Samaritan's number in, because it's very hard for me to deal with people when I have to deal with my everyday life as well as trying to help people as well.
I think it might have been Jack Mate or something on his podcast. I was listening to it, or I was watching it on YouTube, and he was talking about people seem to think people in the public eye know everything, and then whenever they come out and 100%. Say something, people just believe them. And it's kind of like that thing where at the minute, I think I was watching Last Leg about 2 months ago or something, when all this COVID-19 stuff started, being in public domain, people started knowing about it. And there was, like, I think it was something like 300,000 people like interacted with official government and trusted news sites, information on the coronavirus and stuff. And it was something like 30 million or something in the UK interacted with just Karen from Mablethorpe on Facebook. You know what I mean? And it just goes to show how, anyone with a bit of clout can, people just think what they're saying is true. And they can think, let's 100%. Say, I'll message this person. And sometimes I understand if you message them and you might get a response and it will make your day. I've messaged a few influencers. And you get I hate the word influencers, but people who are well known.
I posted a video about, like, ranking 20 UK YouTubers. Obviously, you helped out with that a lot with the thumbnails and things like that. But I was so down about it. Like, I spent at least 16 to 18, it maybe even more hours on it. And then when I started doing the end part of it, my computer just started going. And then I was so down about it. But the response is, like, I've had someone with a girl called Lily Mayu with, like, 93k comment on it. Tom GW, who we both know, he put something on Twitter saying, like, reach out to the people who you feel like doing well. And he DM'd me after my video and was like your class, man. And that message itself mentally helped me so much get through.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I wouldn't say I was really, really down, but I was like, I went to bed that night being like, I'm not happy with the video. Like, I don't know why I posted it. And then he messages me and I'm like, you know what? Like, It's changed my
Exactly.
mindset.
I mean, exactly. I understand why people do reach out to these. I mean, I hate the word influencers, but they do influence people. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah,
people
no,
who are
100%, man.
like, I guess celebrities or social media stars. I think it's the best way to describe them. And then if they do reply, it's it does make your day. But I think sometimes it's, especially when you're having problems, I think it's a bit hard, especially for those people who you're messaging who don't know you, to respond in a way
Yeah.
that they think's necessary, and that's gonna handle the situation well. So I mean, what are your thoughts
Yeah.
personally on people reaching out to these social media stars and just influencers in general?
Yeah, so I'm not any social media star. Like I've got what 1 point whatever K on my
Yeah,
main channel, 7K on hashtag. But I always make people aware, being like you know what, I'm a small YouTuber. I've not got millions of fans. If you want to DM me, here's my Instagram. Talk to me. We'll have a chat. Especially because I know what it's like. Like everybody knows what it's like during this quarantine
exactly.
stage,
Yeah,
etc. It is very tough.
exactly.
But when I've got people like saying to my girlfriend, like I'm gonna kill myself, like she's then messaging, talking to me and being like, look, one of your fans are saying this. What do I
Yeah,
do? And it's just a very big responsibility when people are like, because that's a big thing. But believe it or not, that is a massive thing. And when people come into us saying that, it's like,
yeah,
oh my god. Like I've had people send me paragraphs saying how they hate their life and things like that, and I'm just like, hang on, like I've got 1K. Imagine what it's like for people with
exactly.
100K, 1 million, no, 10 million. Imagine their DMs being flooded with people just being like, look, if you don't upload a video, I'm going to kill myself because your videos get me through
Exactly.
it.
Yeah, it kind of
Like, imagine
it
that.
kind of gives
Like,
that
it's so
yeah,
much
it gives
pressure.
that person a kind of sense of responsibility, and then if something does happen, it's kind of like guilt, kind of, which just sets in as a human being, I guess. If you've received a message
I
and
think we've,
you've not acted on it well enough, you know what I mean?
yeah, of course, no, and I think with famous people, especially like you've got YouTubers,
Yeah,
footballers, all of these celebrities, people who live their everyday life and ordinary people do not understand that these people are still humans. They still have feelings. They're still just like everybody else, but they're just more in the public eye, as you said earlier. And it's like, why yes, we're treating these people differently because they have a talent or they're more well known and they have more respect than others. But it's very difficult for these people. Like Caroline
yeah,
Flax, for example. If that happened to a normal person, let's say Karen down the road or whoever, right? If she ended up doing what she did to her boyfriend, would it have been as bad as what happened to Caroline Flack? No, because they're not known, and that hate is what caused Caroline Flack to end up like killing herself, and it's
yeah,
so tough because tomorrow you could wake up and your favorite celebrity could be dead just because of a message that
exactly.
you
Yeah,
fed. Like I know I'm rambling on a lot, but about this situation, but you see Simon
yeah, yeah,
in the Sidemen, that latest video that they posted, constant hate,
yeah.
like messages.
What did that
Simon's
actually
ruining the
come from?
Sidemen.
Was that from the
Simon's
"Come
rubbish.
Down with Me" video?
So
Yeah, because
yes, so they were saying
I
like
thought he was
Simon's
entertaining in
off.
that video. He brought something out because obviously all of them
I
were
thought it was
getting into
normal.
it, and
Yeah,
then it was obviously a bit weird. Like, I might have caught him on an off day as well, but I thought he brought something unique. He brought something different to the video, and I thought that was good.
but of course, like you've got like extremists, but when someone's actually like in a serious situation, like who is
Yeah,
it? Harry. Caught something on fire, paper on fire.
exactly.
Bang, something can happen there.
And
Someone's got to
that's in a
actually
tower
fix
as
up
well.
and be like, you know what, like,
So it's not just a
yeah,
thing of I think they all handled the situation well, and I don't think anyone was to blame really for anything. Like it made good content, but sometimes you do think if anything was going to be brought up, I thought it would have been more Harry with the fire situation than
yeah,
Simon
man,
or
yeah, of
Minimenta
course.
with just the way he was reacting to things. Because I mean, it
I
just
get
caused
you.
a little bit of drama in a video which is for entertainment. You know what I mean? So I thought all the
Yeah, of
life
course,
actually
mate.
got
Yeah,
was
I get that.
a bit unnecessary. But yeah,
But that's what I mean. Like one little mistake, and you're down the drain. Like one
Exactly.
little slip up, and that isn't Miniminter hasn't has a slip up. If you say something, bang, you could be forgotten about overnight. You could be given hate overnight. But then on the flip side, you got people like Tom Stockdale, for example, 200k within
I think
24 hours.
4 days, yeah.
4 days, sorry, yeah, but even still, 200. Imagine going
it's
from
on like 300.
5k to then.
And he's getting like 2,000 videos, 2,000 views a video, which is going because his content's class. Like, I don't know if you watch him, but his content's class, and it's like,
I watched some of his Friday freestyles, yeah, mate.
I think that.
But I was speaking to Tom. So Bambino Becky was doing a talent contest. Obviously, that's now out at the time, and I think I'm in a video. I've got to find out after this podcast. But we were just sitting there, me, like Tom GW, like Owen Powell, having a chat on the Discord waiting server, and then Tom Stockdale pops in, just starts talking to us, and it was like, hang on,
exactly.
you what,
I
mate?
mean, I think he spoke about it in some of his live streams that he does on YouTube, where he will like freestyle for comments and stuff for people leaving that, and he was talking about how when he started to get a bit of clout, overnight success kind of thing, wasn't it? Something he's been working at for so long, and then he reached that goal, and then all of a sudden he had all these people just wanting him to do one specific thing. And he said, as a person, he said, I don't want to quote him on this because it was like a couple of months ago, and it was in a live stream, so the live stream was obviously deleted after and stuff. But I mean, it puts a lot of pressure on people, especially if they're wanting to do content which they enjoy making, and then they're being pressured into doing something, mental health and stuff.
Yeah, of course. So, this situation can either make or break you. If you're making content, and I know people with 5k that if they were to blow up, then they would keep that. For example, Bambino Becky, she kind of got a shout out from True Geordie or KSI, whoever it was. But because her content is so high quality, she rose to that fame, and she stuck with it. And, she's now getting 100, 200k views.
I mean, she's moved to London, and she from Wales.
But I'm not saying...
quite a big thing.
The
flat,
mate, it's unreal.
That's incredible, isn't it? It's mental.
It's beautiful. She lives in the same kind of tower as Bazinga.
Exactly.
And look at Bazinga. Look how big Bazinga is. I think they do, or they live very close to each other. I know that for a fact.
If you look at people who's got overnight success, well, it's not. I hate calling it overnight success, but overnight popularity, I'll call it. You think of Joe Weller, got it from the exact same YouTuber. He obviously, and then Bambino Becky, got people come in, handled it, and then got bigger, and it's like they handled it. But sometimes as an individual, upon them.
But KSI was not as big when Joe Weller did that. He wasn't as big. He had like 1 million, 2 million.
Yeah.
So obviously it's very different to compare now.
YouTube is a different thing.
Yeah, sorry, I do get what you mean. Yeah, very. You could literally just post a video of you bloody just going Stacy, and then get like millions of views.
Well, I mean,
now,
you can tell, especially with
now you've got to be so
YouTube
different.
Content creators. Joe Weller did that, and then he got bigger and bigger and bigger from doing these skit kind of videos, and then he grew older, and then he outgrew that kind of content, and then it got him into a bit of a rut, didn't it?
That's
mentally.
That's a big thing on YouTube, like literally, right? So I've obviously watched YouTube for a very long time. Back in year 6, I used to watch like Alfie Days and like Marcus Butler has deleted all of his videos. I was looking at his, because I used to love his like travel vlogs, and I was going to watch one last night. All of his videos deleted, and he has like millions of subscribers, and I'm thinking, hang on, these people were people who I used to aspire to be like. Their little YouTube squad, like Zoella, Alfie Days, Marcus Butler, Jim Chapman, Tiny Burr, all of these people. The daily vloggers I used to love, but now like Marcus has deleted all his videos. And
I think it's that kind of thing of you kind of grow out of that content, which at the time was making you a lot of money, getting you a lot of clout. You know what I mean? And and he's young as well. So exactly, yeah. And I think Josh Peters is one of the prime examples of got quite a bit of clout from that group, you know what I mean? With Casper Lee, Ollie White and stuff.
I met
Okay.
Josh Peters once. It was funny because I was with
Yeah,
like a few of my mates, like my little group, in
Okay.
Oxford Circus in the middle of London, and we're all vlogging at the time. Like
Yeah.
we've all got our cameras with us and everything, and so we turn around and someone goes, "Is that Josh Peters?" And then Josh Peters is just standing there with his girlfriend, right? And we're just like going, "Oh, it's Josh Peters!"
Yeah,
Like
as a
not me,
group,
but like
yeah.
that my mate Emily. And he's just like with his girlfriend, and sometimes you're thinking, "Oh my god!" Like I'm thinking to myself, "He's gonna hate this." Everyone's screaming at him, but apparently, my mate who met him at VidCon a few weeks after was like,
Yeah.
"You know what? He loved it," and it was like, "Hang on, like what?" Just like it's mad because if you're a big YouTuber, you could go from getting off the train, walking across the road with your girlfriend, and then you're swarmed with like tens of
Exactly.
people,
Yeah, I
and it's like,
think
whoa,
there was a
like
YouTuber, I think, a
it's
couple of years
crazy.
ago, who said the paranoia which being in a public eye brings, because it's literally you don't know who's watching you. You don't know if there's any journalists or anything watching every move you do, or if it's fans taking pictures
No,
of you,
exactly.
recording you for like Snapchat and stuff. It's a tough business, isn't it? Being in the public eye, and I have the utmost respect
Of
for
course, yeah.
everyone. You know what I mean? Like if you can handle that, you can handle
Of course.
a lot of things.
Yeah, and there's a
Yeah.
lot of kids doing it now these days, but I think because people are being made
Yeah.
aware more of what's going on, but you see like all these kids like our age now are looking back at their old videos. Like I've got a video
Yeah.
back in when I was like 8, which was on an old account which I can't delete. But a lot of people were in that situation because they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh look, let me create
Exactly.
videos when I'm 8, 9 years old," and then they realise they're like, "Hang on, maybe this isn't for me. I used to enjoy it, but once it becomes serious, it's
Yeah.
like
It's kind of.
whoa."
Yeah,
So you can either go one way
we're a lot
or
of
the other,
YouTubers
or the other
as,
way.
like,
Do you know
as
what
a
I mean?
hobby, you know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, they start getting more
Yeah.
and more and more popular, and it's like it kind of just turns into a job, then, doesn't it? If there's only very few people, I think, on YouTube who genuinely enjoy it still as a hobby. So I mean, yeah,
I love it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I adore it. Like I'm uploading at the minute 2
Yeah.
videos a week because we're in lockdown. And I'm obsessed. Like if my mental health is very much dependent on how a video goes now. So that's because obviously I don't have football. I can't go out, so I'm literally on the computer. Sometimes I'm up all night, literally just editing a video, because that's my distraction from the whole world. It's literally just staring at the computer, just doing videos. I love filming, and I treat it like it's a business, even though
yeah, exactly. I
I'm
mean, you
quite
need
small.
that level of professionalism, don't you?
Because
Otherwise,
I
you'll
hope.
just be going there and just doing anything and
No, of course, yeah. It's because I hope that one day, one of my videos,
blow
as I
up.
said earlier, could literally click of a fingers, bang, blow up, and then I need to be prepared to be like, you know what?
Exactly.
Okay, how do
The
I
last
adapt
thing
this?
is you want is
So that's my
some
mindset,
immature
and-
videos, and then that goes viral, and then people know you as that immature guy going around London or something, and messing about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's not aimed at you in general.
Yeah,
I mean,
100%.
just in general, a lot of people have that. You know what I mean?
No, of course, yeah,
And
no, I get
it's,
it. Yeah.
it's just one of them things of
Yeah,
that
mate.
professionalism kind of grounds you, so then if you get bigger, you don't really need to change much in it.
Yeah, you need to be prepared for a lot of things if you want to blow up.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy, and I'm not saying that I've blown up, because trust me, I'm hoping that one day I do, but it's just all about waiting really. It's YouTube. You've got to be patient, because one video could get 2 views, the next video could get 1 million. It's very unpredictable. It's like this world at the minute. This world is very unpredictable. With this whole
Yeah.
virus going around, you just don't know what's going to happen next, and I think that's what makes or breaks people. If you're willing to put in that hard work and wait for someone to kind of acknowledge your work, then it's the right business. But if not, then sorry to break it to you, but it's not the right industry to be in.
I think we're probably going to go for a quick break now, if that's good with you. Yeah, and then I think next we'll talk about possibly the current situation with us, being in our last year at school, how that's affecting our futures and what we're doing with college and stuff like that. Be back in a minute. And we are back. It is me, Danny. I'm still with Callum G, Callum Glanville, whatever you know him as. Baby Mask Official. I don't know. So we've recently just watched a video together of Bambino Becky was talking about her earlier. And it's a good video. Might even link it down below. You'll be able to see Callum doing his X Factor voice impression.
Mate, I'm gassed. I got in the video. Mum, I'm shaking. I'm fully shaking. Funny there.
But yeah, right, I'm going to ask to do something on the spot, yeah?
Go on.
Can you say subscribe to the Astraddle podcast YouTube channel for us?
What, in the X Factor
voice? Yeah.
Right, I'm going to have to move my thing out. Hang on, give me a sec. Right, so, subscribe to the Astraddle podcast. Right, let me just warn my mum.
Warn my
mum. Mum, I need to do the X Factor voice. Give me 2 seconds. So subscribe to what, sorry?
The Astraddle podcast YouTube channel.
Right. Subscribe to the Astraddle YouTube channel! There we go.
Oh, man. Okay.
Is that good enough?
Yeah, that's impressive.
There we go, brilliant.
Yeah, might have to make
that's my little talent.
Might have to make that into, a jingle or something, No.
I can make it better for you, mate. Don't you worry about that.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Yeah.
So, we before we finish the first section of how many sections I do not know yet, but we were speaking about how we're currently in year 11, or we've just left school due to this coronavirus nonsense that's going on. Well, not nonsense, but the whole situation. How was it for you finding out 2 days before you would finish school that you finished in school on a Friday?
Oh, mate, honestly, we were told on Wednesday, so we're all sitting there by our TVs going, right, what's Boris going to do? What's Boris going to do?
Yeah.
Schools are closing. We're all like, yes, schools are closing. Get in there. No more GCSEs. Come on.
Yeah.
2 days later, we're like, this is reality.
Oh
my God.
We're leaving, yeah.
We're actually leaving. And the thing is, I wasn't in that week, for a few days because my mum was like, okay, I don't want to risk you being in school.
Yeah.
Don't. So then, my name is down as self-isolation or whatever. But I wasn't, but the school decided to do that, whatever. So I've gone in on the last day, because it's the last day, it's Friday, only to be told, you've got to go home.
Wow.
You've got to go home because apparently you're self-isolating. We've got you down as that. So my leavers day was non-existent. Everyone got their leavers day. I didn't. So It was sad.
Well, our leavers day consisted of sat in a computer room doing coursework. That's what our last day was, yeah. And then the last period after dinner was watching a video of all of our year 7 photos. Weren't allowed to sign shirts. All we got when we left was an Easter egg.
Seriously?
Yeah. That's mental. No one was allowed to sign shirts.
That is actually unreal. We got to sign shirts, so our last day.
I've got a shirt with just 12 signatures on. Because if we got caught, we got sent home.
Well, I've got a shirt with 3 signatures, so you're doing better than me, though.
I've got more penises on the back of my shirt than I have names.
My school were quite good. They when they found out the schools were closing, Thursday they didn't do anything, and Friday they just went, you know what, just sit in the classroom, sign shirts, go to whatever class you want, pretty much.
Exactly.
They were under control with the situation, but they were understanding, and they got sent home early as well. And they said on that Friday, they made it compulsory, so they were like, you can come into school whenever you want. If you don't want to come in, don't come in.
Yeah, that's kind of what ours was like. Yeah, you can come in if you want to. We're not going to mark you down. You know what I mean? But it was a fact of the Thursday we went into lessons and teachers didn't know what to do. And it was that was more of a last day. You know what I mean? Than our actual last day.
100%.
So being forced to go into a computer room and doing coursework on your last ever school day is a bit.
That's a bit mad, isn't it? Yeah.
Especially knowing it, I'm hoping with, what I'm doing with academy stuff next year, I'll hopefully be able to go back to my school anyway, and hopefully back to my primary school as well. And maybe, do some promotional stuff, or maybe, do some coaching or something. I think that'll be quite fun, yeah. But if that happens or not, I don't know. And I think just the way they handled the last day, and you know how some people, especially it is to a lot of people, I think they just handled it poor. And then... Yeah,
I think my school were quite good, to be fair. But obviously we don't know what's going on with prom. So what my school are doing now, because they understood that a few people couldn't, because of our self-isolation, etc., like come into school, so they're now communicating with us. Well, one teacher is to get us a end of year book. So, like descriptions of us all, like awards. I mean, I think I'm going to win like Instastar and things like that. So, one teacher is making a huge effort, like not non-stop, to ensure that we have at least something. Do you know what I mean? Which is so nice. Like I do respect the teachers and that, and obviously with their hard work for the teachers.
Do you get a Leavers hoodie with like 20 on the back and then everyone's name in it?
No.
Do you not?
Oh, but if I'm honest with you, I'm quite glad, because it's a bit. I'm not a big fan of that. I never got it in primary school.
We never got it in primary school, no.
But like, I'm not gonna wear it out in
public. Oh no, I won't wear it.
Like,
I wouldn't wear it.
Callum Glanville out in public.
Yeah, no. I wouldn't have it. I'll just have it. It's something to remember. I'm like, oh, this person was annoying. This person,
But, yeah, that's what the end of year book's gonna be.
Yeah, we don't even have an end of year book really. We just have a jump. We have a jumper and a signed shirt. And the jump.
Yeah, you get told off for that.
The hoodie costs like 40 quid and all. And it's a hoodie with our initials on.
Jesus.
And a number of names in. Like, that's it.
Our end of year book costs £15.
And that means more.
So
for me, if it's got a few photos in and some stories in.
Literally. So the teacher was like to us, what's your best memory at the school? Can you send in a load of photos of like just all of you guys together? Like some funny awards. Like there was one that come up. I don't know if my mate's watching this right now, but he was going out with a girl in a relationship for 2 years, and they split up about 2-3 weeks before school ended. But the teacher doesn't know that, so now they've been nominated for cutest couple.
Oh no!
So, and everyone's voting for them just to take the absolute mick. So they're going to be them two, cutest couple, Callum and Daisy. Not me, another Callum, but.
Jeez. Wow. Well, I mean, what are your thoughts on the grading system now, based on predicted grades?
I'm panicking. Like, I don't really know how to feel about it, because they're saying it's over teachers' kind of opinions and all of that, and then also like mock results. My mock results weren't great. I'm going to be honest. The education system, in my opinion, does not suit me.
I think the education for some people is brilliant, but it is very outdated. We've got the same education system from since 1700s, 1800s.
Think about it though. YouTube is a big thing in the world right now, and I've taught myself everything by myself on YouTube. They don't. When you talk about ICT, right, and media, you would think media. Oh, okay, social media. That's what comes to your head straight away, doesn't it? Don't teach you anything about social media. Teach you about Photoshop.
Yeah.
And movies. Okay. Yeah, but the reason why I didn't pick media was because the old GCSE in Year 11 was make a short film. I would have thought, yes, you know what, make a short film right up my street. Now, what is it? I don't even know what it is. I didn't even do it.
Exam,
a written exam, exactly. It's all just written papers. Like, even with PE, 30% of it is actual PE. I mean, 70% of it is
I've got in college to do a media course, and it's like 20% of your grade is a practical, so you've got to make a documentary, which is at least half an hour long.
Yeah.
And then you got to like do recording for a music video and stuff. And
that's cool though.
But that's 20% of your grade. And then you've got 3 2-hour, 40-minute exams.
What, in college?
And then coursework.
Mad.
So
mate. See, I've been accepted onto a college course as well for media.
Exactly.
But I don't think I'm going to go to it. I might just do an apprenticeship, mate. But it's all like with me, obviously, as I was saying to you before, my plan was to go to a #United Academy education program. That today has been cancelled, so now I'm left stuck being like, okay, I need to fix myself up. What am I doing with my life? September I start. I know it's all a bit rocky at the minute, but
exactly. I think another thing is, those who have left it late, how are they going to get in? What's it going to be based on? Predicted grades aren't very clear.
Yeah,
are we in the future going to be known as a generation who cheated the school system? Those who got given grades when they didn't earn it or didn't deserve it, it's a bit scary.
what I find very interesting right now is that we are literally right living in a history lesson.
Exactly, yeah. I guess
We're literally living in
it's
a
going to be like
history.
a plague, innit? It's going to be taught in a similar way.
Yeah, like you're like I was reading something today. It was like a 22-year-old mother gave birth but died of the coronavirus.
Yeah.
So she died, but her baby's like born and healthy and well. Imagine their child sitting in a history class, learning about coronavirus, knowing that your mum has died
and possibly
from it.
learning about
It's
your
just
mum. That's mental,
exactly.
Isn't it?
Oh my god, imagine that. Oh my days. It's all a bit crazy. Like, it's weird to think that we are just living in a massive history lesson. Sorry, we know Brexit, Corona, all of this stuff that's going on right now will be taught to our kids in 50 years time. Our grandkids.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's a scary situation, isn't it? I think the thing that worries me most is the uncertainty of everything. Not knowing what's actually happening, not knowing what's the future holds after all of this. You know what I mean? I think it's silly that some people think that we'll wake up one day and everything will resume to normal. It's definitely not going to happen.
That's the thing with our world. It's like everyone just thinks they're going to click their fingers and the world's going to be alright, and people feel like it's alright to go out. I mean, I haven't been out in days. Like my mum's gone to the shop because like if we both go to the shop, there's high risk.
Me and my brother's gone to the shop and stuff. Because it's both of us, so we can get more stuff, and we've been decorating.
Yes,
but that's not in our house. We're doing it somewhere else. It's still safe, and it's a family member and stuff. It's completely safe. Like we stick to the measures. They're like on the back garden or in the bedroom or something. We're in the living room doing it, kind of thing. So it's safe and stuff like that. But I'm sure we'll come under criticism about it. And I think as long as because what about those self-employed painter and decorators who cannot get their full pay or they're not going to get all of it for a couple of months.
That's just self-employed in general,
isn't it? Isn't it? They're not going to get any pay until June or July or something. Like, if you're self-employed, you've probably got a mortgage to pay. You've probably got bills, like high bills. You know what I mean?
But then saying that, obviously, like what we're on right now is YouTube. It is such a good opportunity for people to get their content out there right now because people are earning money from YouTube. That's self-employed. They're self-employed on their YouTube channel. They're still earning money. So people are like, oh look, you know what? What are people most doing right now? This is from a business side as well. Oh look, YouTube, Netflix. Let's post things on there now, so it's a higher chance for people to see it.
Expand it, yeah. But I think I was watching a Waffling podcast this morning, whilst I was doing some coursework.
That's quality.
And Theo Baker was saying like his CPM has dropped like massively. So like he's getting nothing for his videos. Like his views have gone up, but he's getting nothing hardly. Like he's getting the same amount. Like he's getting like half of what he would normally get for views on top of what he would normally get, and he's getting like about the same amount of money, if not less. And I was like, wow.
It's difficult. Like YouTube is a very difficult platform. Like CPM is a big thing.
There's no ads, is it really? Yeah, I mean, I think I've watched about 20, 30 YouTube videos today, and I've come across about 15 ads throughout the whole time. And when you think you normally sit through a 10-minute video, there'll be 3 adverts. No, not happening. I watched the Mr. Beast video, and this first Mr. Beast video, I think it was the bunker one, Apocalypse Bunker he did. No adverts in like a 15-minute video. I was like, wow, okay. And that's Mr. Beast, someone who's advertiser friendly, and he's getting no adverts on a video. So it's it's hitting people hard and stuff. Anyway,
of course,
you did some stuff with the BBC, didn't you? Not too long ago.
Yes, I've done a few things.
Do you want to discuss your audition for a show?
So I'll start off with my audition, which was one of the, if not the best experience of my life, by the way. So, obviously with my whole YouTube stuff, I do it and all that. So there was a tweet that came out, which, it was funny because, how you have like, kind of like those helper teachers in school?
Yeah.
So there was a guy called Alex who used to go to my school, is now helping out with PE sometimes when he's back from uni, and he's got me on Instagram, and he sent me. He's like, you should apply for this. It was to become a football influencer, like kind of like presenter for CBBC's new YouTube channel. They're doing
because Max did it as well, didn't he?
Yes, he's got the job.
Got it,
Max.
Okay.
Yes, I'm allowed to say that now because he's got it in his bio and that. So it was him, a guy from Jamie Johnson called Morgan, who's now not doing it, and another girl called Jemima, I think. They're all great, but now it's a guy called Theo Chapman, who is instead he's like a JD model or whatever. He didn't even turn up to be a musician, but that's life. But so I just filled in the audition, literally a video, thought nothing of it. A few weeks later, you've been selected for round 2, and I'm thinking, okay, this is good. Like I was so gassed. I was like, oh my god. A few days later, they're like, oh, round 2 is the final round, and it's in Manchester. We're going to pay for your hotel. We're going to pay for your food. We're going to pay for your train. When I tell you, I cried in happiness, mate.
Imagine,
my god,
you're getting a
it
free
was crazy.
holiday.
And for me, yeah. So I've not experienced anything with TV or anything like that. So it was the first time for me. And I went up there. It was a lovely hotel, lovely 4-star hotel. Like you walk in there, you got Old Trafford in the background. You got my mum's name pops up on the screen saying welcome on the TV. Yeah, it was, mate.
Speaking about your mum, how is she? 'Cause on your Instagram live, she's bloody hilarious.
Mate, she's alright. She's just telling me to quiet down a little bit. She's asleep. She's got her own TikTok now, but mate, she when I tell you, I've had about 5 of my mates message me going, "Your mum's on my For You page." I'm like, oh my god, it's crazy. But anyway, so without rambling about it, so one of my best mate is a goalkeeper for England, like goalkeeper for England at Chelsea, and her dad was in a cab with someone from the BBC. They got chatting, and my best mate ended up getting an audition as well. So it was me and my best mate both doing it, and it was incredible. She didn't get it, but she should have. So I spent a lot of time with her in the evening. You know, we just chilled in the bar and whatever. And then a day of the audition, I was so confident. I was so not cocky. I was confident. I was very, very like I felt like I was in my element. I didn't get it because they were saying that the people that they had worked very well together. Yeah. Which was understandable, but I mean the experience was just mate, it was up there. Honestly, it was incredible. But just a shame I didn't get it. It was a shame. But so that was the audition, and then I did a little bit with BBC Bite Size. It wasn't anything big. It was just like a International Women's Day interview my mum. It's like 30 seconds in there, but you know, it's just these opportunities that I'm taking, little videos. I've applied for Jamie Johnson. So I'm hoping to get one, hopefully to get an email back from them, and I don't know. I'm just trying to take every opportunity whilst it's there, and
well, I mean,
push
personally,
myself
I
out there, really.
Potentially, you know what I mean, as a presenter and an actor. From stuff you've done, and stuff I've seen.
Cheers,
but
man.
I mean, it's basically just grabbing every opportunity, for you. Even if it's just something like could be good, could be not. You literally just go for it, and then you never know. You might get onto it, and you might enjoy it. So it's if you could go back, would you change anything? Go back to the audition.
Yes, I would have been calmer. I would have been calmer and been myself, because I was myself, but I was very much, this is what I've got to do in order. And I was very like, if I'm all hyper, let's go, energy, I'll get it. But then thinking about it, presenting and talking, it's more like, right, guys, so we're here with this person. What are you thinking of the game? Da 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 da. But I was more like, yes, guys, it's Callum.
YouTubey kind.
Bang, more like I was more like YouTubey, and there's a big difference between presenting and YouTubey, and I felt like if I was a little bit calmer and and had things in control. But it was the first time, so I didn't know how to go into it.
Yeah.
But I did have people message me saying, like, I don't know how you didn't get it, and it was like, oh my god, like, these people are saying that who were actually at the audition. I've now made friends with Hayden, his name is. I don't know if you watched Jamie Johnson.
I've
but his name's
seen
Liam Simmons,
it,
isn't
but
it?
I don't really go on names, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so I'm kind of friends with one of them. He's a good lad. Met him through the audition. So yeah, and obviously Match Day with Max as well. He's a good mate of mine.
He makes quality content.
He's like up there.
I mean,
up there
Forest is literally on my doorstep. You know what I mean? It's about 20-minute drive from me, so I mean, I'm Derbyshire, so it's a different county and stuff, but it's like 20-minute drive and stuff.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, it's good. I mean, different kind of style to what I'm used to. It's kind of like a crossover from Lewis Preston when he does vlogs for Hashtag, and Fogden.
He's got that presenting voice. You know, when someone just has that presenting voice, like you can just listen to it. Like Max is someone who, and he might be watching.
Hopefully, just drop me a message, Max, innit? We'll sort out a podcast.
If he's watching this, and like genuinely, like he's someone who I believe will have a bright future. Like he already is doing bits, but I feel like he is someone who
he's got every
fully
possibility to go on and do something similar to what Spencer's done. Yeah, create the platform on YouTube and then go on to like doing stuff for EA and exactly
even presenting on TV. Like you see these people, like I don't know, like some presenting people. I don't know. I can't really name one right now, but you can just see like Match Day of Max just like standing there. Hello and welcome to the
is it Dan
Football
Walker
Roundup
for
show.
the BBC?
I
can imagine Max.
Like that. Yes,
you know what I mean?
like that.
Yeah.
Like exactly. Dan Walker, exactly. Yeah.
So we spoke about the BBC audition. You spoke about a few people you've met through doing that. As a whole, from what you've been doing, with Hashtag, with the YouTube, going to Summer in the City, these YouTube events, and then doing these auditions and stuff. Is there anyone who you've met which you've been like, okay, you've inspired me, you're really chill, and I kind of look up to you as a content creator and as a person in general?
Oh.
Is there anyone who you've met who...
What, someone who I've not known before and then met?
Oh, no, just in general.
Okay.
So if you've known about them before, so you might watch the content. So basically someone who has maybe influenced you as a content creator yourself and as a person.
I mean, I've met lots of YouTube creators. I've met the likes of Toby Jizzle. Road to Shore, loads. But I know she doesn't have loads. But we spoke about this before this podcast. But there's a kind of vlogger called Lily May, so she does like very very relatable vlogs, and I'm someone who loves my weekly vlogs.
Do you know who Mars Bar is?
And when she's
I met him in Nottingham at an event I was working at, so that was cool.
Oh, he's a great. I used to watch him when I was younger, but Lily May is someone she's only a year above me. She does like college vlogs, and it's kind of like, okay, so you're the year above me, so this is what I'm going to expect in my life in a year's time, and it's like, it's just very relatable and someone who I feel like I kind of want my content to be like. And I met her in real life. She's lovely. She's so lovely. But yeah, man, it's just, I wouldn't say necessarily one person, but meeting these people have a positive impact on what you do, and without you even seeing it. So if I was to need help, then the likes of Brandonio, I could message him, DM him, and be like, yo, like, could I have tips? Like, I messaged him a few weeks ago. I was like, oh, like something to do with Photoshop or something, and he was like, oh yeah, well, blah blah blah, catch him over or whatever it is. So it's great knowing that you can talk to these people and they'll be happy to kind of help you with advice 100%. And things like that. So
yeah,
man,
we're approaching the hour mark, which is something we never really aim for, but something we get quite often whilst recording these podcast episodes. Would you say anything has happened to you in your life which has changed you as a person and changed some of your perspective? Something, as a human.
Hashtag United. Hashtag United. 100%. I have become very individual since I've been around with hashtag. I've kind of, before hashtag, I was like, okay, weekends, what am I going to do?
So would you say it gave you a purpose for something kind of just, to aim for?
Yeah, it gave me a reason to kind of get up and be like, right, okay, so this is what you're going to do. And especially with editing as well, like, I'm on my own and I turn my phone off when I edit and I just get into grind mode because that's like what I do. And it's just helped me have more independence, and what's good about that is that I don't surround myself with negative people anymore. If someone's being negative, I can cut it out because I'm not scared about what they're going to say. I'm just like, you know what, okay, I know I've got better things in my life than
100%,
just negativity, do you know what I mean? So definitely hashtag and YouTube really in general. It's just changed.
So then going forward from what you've already done to what you want to do and what you want to aspire to do. So now you've officially left school. What are your aims for 5-10 years time?
Yes. So at the minute, my aim is to be just pumping out content, good quality content, getting myself out there. But 5-10 years time, I want to be, if my YouTube channel doesn't work out, then at least be involved with a high end YouTube channel that I can kind of be around, like kind of like a, how LP's around with hashtag and stuff like that. Kind of just be involved in the YouTube or the social media kind of area.
100%.
Play semi-professional football is something that I want to do, and hopefully I get that with hashtag. But just kind of like living my life, man. Like just being me. Just not worrying about things too much. That's something that I've always wanted to do. If I don't get something one day, I'll get it the next day, and just keep working towards stuff that I know I'm capable of in a way, and then I can set targets after that.
Brilliant. Do you want to finally describe or sum up what you do and plug your YouTube, your Instagram, your TikTok, or whatever you'd like to plug?
Yeah, man. Well, if you have enjoyed this podcast, then go subscribe to my YouTube channel. My name is Callum G, just Callum G. I make all sorts of content, in real life, vlogs, all that kind of stuff. I'm sure that Danny will put in the description or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, hopefully I'll remember. Yeah. If I remember, I'll put it in. If not, you can.
If not, it doesn't matter. Right?
It's very easy to find.
Anyway, just Callum G. I do a lot of stuff, and yeah, man. Just I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast really, and kind of got to know me a lot more off the YouTube screen.
So if you have got to the end of a podcast, why don't you comment? Danny likes eating dry cabbages out of the garden centre. Dustbin. Yeah. Danny likes eating dry lettuce out of a dustbin. Go on, let us know what you thought of the podcast. If you have enjoyed it, make sure to like it, share it to anyone. It's been a bit weird not having Lee here, but hopefully, Callum, you've enjoyed it. Hopefully, in a year's time, we'll be able to get you back on.
Yeah, man. No, thank you. Thank you for having me.
See where you've gone. I'm sure we'll talk, off.
Of course.
Without the microphones and stuff. Enjoy the rest of your lockdown.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, man.
Stay safe, and
keep safe.
Sing
Wash your hands
twice. Yeah.
Sing happy birthday.
Hopefully you've enjoyed it anyway, Callum.
All right, mate.
And if you have enjoyed it,
man, it's been great. Thank you.
Share it with your friends. Just comment down below. Danny likes eating dry lettuce out of a dustbin, and stay safe. Stay home.
Because just normal behaviour.
Look after yourselves, and we'll see you next time.
See you later, guys. Bye.